What is up, everybody? This is the Chicago Sports Talk Michael, back at it again with another video slash topic. Now, I've been meaning to do this video for quite some time because I've been wanting to do it. Like, what went wrong with Chase Claypool? Why? What went wrong with him? Why is he on the downside? Because you want to know why it involves me? It involves my team because he was on. So let's go look at current stats right now. So these are the shout out to Swifty Sports. If you look at these Chicago Bears, these are the teams that Chase Claypool was on. The Chicago Bears 0-14, Steelers 2-6, Dolphins 0-1. Now, these are the teams that are currently with teams that had Chase Claypool, but he was off the team. The Bears, by the time, sent him home, and it should have said like 2-2, so instead of 2-1. But I think we're going to prior to trading him, so that's what I'm assuming. So the Bears are 2-1, well technically 2-2. The Steelers are 11-4 without Chase Claypool, and the Dolphins were 5-1 before trading for Chase Claypool. So what went wrong for Chase Claypool? Well, I've always said this because I go back to his rookie year where he had 9 total touchdowns, 873 receiving yards. So that looks good, right? For a rookie, I guess. So, and Pittsburgh, that was all down here. Yeah, his receiving yards look slightly solid, but the touchdowns only had 2 total touchdowns. Now, what went wrong? I think the lack of character was there. Chase Claypool was a gifted athlete with his talent, but he never showcased it because of the simple fact that he has a character problem. Now, going to his last year in Pittsburgh, start off the year, he had 1 total touchdown the entire year and had a total of 331 receiving yards in total. And when he got to Chicago, Ryan Poles thought that he can put him in check with his character problems. Now, besides the Dolphins game, Claypool did not look promising to his potential. And he was traded for a second-round pick, which ended up being technically a first-round pick, a first-round pick because the Miami Dolphins cheated and, the NFL took away their draft pick. So it did not look good for Ryan Poles whatsoever, and that was his first miss, I believe. So then I was like, because I did a video on Claypool a while back, and I said first off, Claypool just got in, and it's hard to learn the playbook right away because he's translating from a different playbook because the Steelers run their offense way different than the Bears offense did last year. And I'm like, okay, let's have Chase Claypool learn the playbook and have a full offseason with Justin Fields. Then there was reports in the offseason that the Chicago Bears were unhappy with Chase Claypool work ethic. And I thought those were rumors that were debunked by the coaching staff. But like I said, I wasn't really saying that I don't believe it was. I didn't agree with it or disagree with it. I just said I needed to wait until this season's, and they just proved the point right that he was a lazy athlete. And from what I heard from Swifty, apparently he was getting frustrated and getting into fights with rookie Tyler Scott, safety Eddie Jackson, and getting in fights with a lot of the coaching staff. And that was and to start off the year, week 1 against the Green Bay Packers, he was missing his blocks. And he dropped a pass. 0 catches. Now Tampa Bay, even though he did score his first touchdown as a Chicago Bear overall, he did not look good. And then it was the final straw. They sent Claypool home, told him not to come back. And it was all downhill from there. And the Chicago Bears traded him to the Miami Dolphins. Now, you would assume that the Dolphins would fix him up because Mike McDaniels is a good head coach and knows how to get players' character in check. No, because even though Claypool didn't get involved as much against the Eagles, he missed a block, and I posted it on my short for y'all to go see it, and I don't want to show it because I don't want to get copyrighted. But all I'm saying is Claypool is he's talented, but the problem with him is his lack of character. What went wrong, you say? The lack of character. Claypool's ego is basically too big for himself. So, looking at Claypool, he thinks that he is the most talented receiver in history. And he already put pressure on himself when there was a full interview with him. I don't remember who it was, but there was a full interview. I can't remember. Y'all remember it where he says that I'm a top 3 receiver, and the national media was making fun of him for it. Well, guess what? It's not looking for him good because so far he's not even the top 3 on his current team as of right now, the Miami Dolphins. Chosen Anderson is better than him, and he's on the bench. Like I said, and there's a narrative that Justin Fields ran Chase Claypool out of town. No, Claypool ran himself out of town. It had nothing to do with Justin Fields because I'm a Chicago Bears fan. But the thing about Claypool is the lack of character. It just never was with him. And to be honest with you Bears fans, we probably should have known this because when you let Mike Tomlin knows how to deal with characters. When you can't work out with Mike Tomlin, then you can't work out at all. But then I gave Claypool a chance, because I always felt like he had some undue potential, but never showcased it because at the end of the day, I think Claypool is just a locker room cancer that we just needed to cut dead weight. And that's why Jalen Carter would not have last on these Chicago Bears because the lack of character. Chase Claypool is a prime example of character development. And it was never showcased because he thought he was too bigger than himself. And for Claypool, like I said, I don't hate Claypool. I do make fun of him from time to time on Instagram and right here, because at the end of the day, it's just funny because he just thinks he was more important than us than he thinks. Like I said, Claypool he already put pressure on himself when he said he was a top 3 receiver. And the tweet that he put it out saying losing never heard of her. Check the record. By the time of that tweet, by the day of that tweet to right now, Claypool, I believe, is 19-57. That record, I believe. I don't remember that record. Just someone remind me in the comment section that does all their work. Like I said, if you're a Dolphins fan and Chase Claypool's on your team, you must be living. Like I said, you'll realize it soon because I experienced it. Steelers fans experienced it. Now you're getting to experience it because, like I told you, do not be surprised if Dolphins go in the Dolphins' hopes go down in the toilet Claypool is just bad luck. So, anyways, that's all for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me on Chase Claypool downfall? As always, thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe button.